Right, well, there's a whole bunch of failures there. It's going to be hard to see in this light. Let's drag them out quickly. As you can see, that was a close one, but lots of mangled failures. The rivet broke on that one. Those ones were just too thin and too small. This one mangled when I was putting the rivet in. What I was trying to make is a pair of pincers like that. So, just get the camera up on its stand. So yeah, I needed a pair of pincers. Oh, hello Sid. Like this, I don't know if you can see. Well, you can now. There you are. And you see they hold to a very fine point so that you can flip things over between the points. And boy, did they take a lot of attention. It wasn't that expensive in metal. You get shitloads of this metal for £6. But flattening it out, as you notice, it starts off as a square and I make it flat. I suppose I should have just started off with flats, I suppose. But anyways, this is what I had and this is what I was working with. Getting this rivet in and not having any free place. See, these are nice and solid now. There's no wobbling in between the arms, and they meet nicely. And the point of this was I needed one of these to make a hammer. I've recorded some other stuff this week, but I'm probably not going to upload it. So I'll just recap in this video. When you make a hammer, you need to make a hole for the handle to go through. Can you see this oval hole here? So I needed to make a hole for my handle. And the way you make a hole with for a handle in a hammer like this is with another hammer. And that hammer also has a hole in it for its handle. And you end up with a bit of a catch-22, chicken and the egg. So, the brain way it came to me, we'll make a hammer that's entirely metal, that doesn't need a hole for its hammer. See, that is now my hole punching hammer, and this thing is called a drift. This is used, so you make the hole with that, you make the hole bigger with that. This final dimension at the end here, well, not the square section, but this oval here, at this point, that's the final dimension for the handle hole. So, I went online and I ordered some EN9 steel. Originally, I was going to make a hammer out of this. I thought that would be a good piece of metal to make a hammer from. But after watching some videos, it occurred to me, I don't know what kind of steel this is. No idea. But there are two options for making hammers, EN8 or EN9. EN9 is higher in carbon, neither of them are particularly high carbon steels. EN9 is a medium carbon steel, EN8 is a low carbon steel. So I ordered a piece of metal. And it's arrived. That was 108 quid. Or 100 and something quid including delivery. Now where's that piece of EN8? That piece of mild I was on. This is a piece of EN9, but unfortunately I might have ordered slightly wrong diameter. It's a bit bigger. Nice piece of metal. Still think I'm going to make a hammer with it. Obviously I'm going to have to get someone to cut it up for me. I've got someone who can cut it up for me. But as you can see, I can barely lift it like this. You know, I can lift it with one hand? No, not at all. There's no fucking chance, maybe if I could get a grip on that. No, I can't lift that with one hand. It's heavier than I can lift with one hand. So there's no chance, you know, even half of that is becoming a hammer. So I need that cutting into 3, at which point it'll be a bit short and a bit fat. So what I could have done with getting that diameter, but longer. But I've got this now. The other thing is what's called a power hammer. So I could use this on a big fucking thing. I've got a sort of another anvil there. No, it's not an anvil, but if you can see this base here, see just that plate that's welded on the top of this girder, I would set that back in stand. I'd probably bolt that onto a big fucking sleeper, because you can see that's a seat, that's a piece of seat. I'd stick a sleeper under there, bury the whole lot in sand, use that as a striking surface, and have this come down on a pillar that I would just operate with my leg, stamp on a fucking treadle, and that would come down. I could make that up quite easy, and that would be a good halfway house to a power hammer for me. In the meantime, what I need is a hardy tool. A hardy tool is a thing a bit like this. And a hardy tool goes in a hole on your anvil for you to shape. This isn't a hardy tool, this is very similar, but as you can see it doesn't fit. Hardy tool, as you can see, this widens at one end and has a thin shaft. I need to make a thing where the shaft fits there. It doesn't have a square on the end, but the shaft fits straight in there. And the top surfaces I need, one needs to be sort of bowl shape, and the other one needs to be not a chisel shape like that, but a bit wider, sort of maybe a 30-degree angle on it, rather than this having its parallel sides. But it is a wedge for hammering things onto. So, in the interest of making a hardy tool, I'm making that out of pieces of, that's what I've got. As you can see, it's a little bit narrow for the hole, and obviously in that dimension a bit too wide for the hole. But I'm hoping, with a bit of a heat and a beat, wow, you can't even see in there. There we go. That's getting nice and hot. So, if you're ready, you can laugh at me trying to hit this thing. Zoom out. Yeah, that'll do. Just going to move all the trip hazards. Don't really want to be falling over this one. I've got really hot fucking metal in my hands. I will still use those bits of bent metal. I'll use them for making key rings and stuff. Right then. I want the other glove. There it is. The things. Let's not do that when I've got loads of by far the biggest piece of metal I've tried to hit. Moving easier than I thought. longer handle on my hammer. This is the problem. I'm having to strike with my hand right over the heat. It's making it hard. Well, it's already coming apart as well. Stopped moving, back in the fire. So I think we'll leave it there for today. That's going to be getting on for a 15-minute video. Yeah, 12 minutes already. Just use the zoom to reduce the light. As you can see, that ain't glow. Oh, go on, focus. That ain't glowing no more. Right. See you next time.